It's rare that we get to hear directly from ambassadors on what they do on the ground, but I had an interview with Ambassador Karen MacArthur in which we discussed her recent visits to the Rakhine State. Here's her describing what she saw from a helicopter.
Village after village, blackened, destroyed, emptied of people, not a single person, not an animal to be seen.
Now, there was some controversy about that particular visit because it was a tightly choreographed tour put on by the authorities for 20 diplomats based in the country. But in the interview, MacArthur said that the complexity of the situation in Myanmar is one of the reasons that it was so important for her to see for herself and speak to the various communities there. The ambassador was also clear that Canada is committed to working with Myanmar's leaders. All this points to Ottawa sticking with engagement on dealing with Myanmar on the Rohingya crisis. That might include once in a while a rebuke or tough talk, as we've heard from Ottawa, but for the moment, it's about keeping the conversation going. Now, that strategy was evident today in the appointment of Bob Rae as special envoy to Myanmar, whose final report isn't even due until the end of January. It was also evident in the comments from the Global Affairs Minister, Chrystia Freeland. She was quite clear that a drastic rupture, like revoking Aung San Suu Kyi's honorary citizenship, as some Canadians have been calling for, is not on the table for the moment. Now, the ambassador told me that what is on the table is helping Myanmar in the transition to democracy and dealing with that fear and distrust among people. But for now, making the Rohingya crisis the priority. That means working with the Myanmar authorities, civilian and military, to end the violence that has now displaced more than 600,000 people and to improve the lives of Rohingya who remain. Nala Ayed, CBC News, London.